Hello everybody, it's time again for a quirky little video from yours truly, Rob Campbell with the Mortgage Wellness Group, your healthy bank alternative. So today we're going to talk about mortgage renewals. So if you have a mortgage and it's coming up for renewal, you are probably going to expect to get more than likely, get a renewal notice in the mail. So your renewal letter is going to be from your current mortgage lender. Let's just take these off, these are bothering me. Your current mortgage lender who is going to send you the renewal letter and renewal offer. So let me tell you a little bit about renewal offers and why we're going to go over these 7, and maybe the bonus is the 8 things that you need to consider when renewing your mortgage. So I'm going to guarantee you your mortgage renewal is not going to be the best offer. Some crazy ratio like 1 out of every or 958% of people that get renewal letters just sign them back. It's not actually that figure. I just made it up for theatrics and for your pleasure. But a lot of people just sign the renewal letter back and they send it back without actually consulting with a professional or even the branch where they're with. So we're going to go over some of the things that you really need to consider when you're coming up for renewal, okay? So, thing number 1, have you explored all of your options? Like I said, when people get that renewal letter in the mail, they just open it up going, oh yeah, well, great rates, oh yeah, okay. You know what, it's just easy, we'll just sign it and send it back. Wrong answer. I've had people referred to me from past clients and close friends who I've saved, and I know this is so cliche, but it's a fact, thousands of dollars, because the rate that they're offered on the renewal slip is far higher than what the street is offering. $20,000 saved just for consulting somebody and working on their behalf for free to get them a better deal elsewhere, okay? So exploring all the options, not just going with what you trust to be the best deal. Option number 2 is, are your payments okay? And what I mean by that is, are they too high? Are your payments too high? When you get a mortgage and you buy a home or refinance before or whatever, you're setting the payments into what you could maybe afford at that time or what that going option is. But life changes. Everything changes in life, and not 1, 2, 3, or 4 years are ever going to be the same as the past. So one thing we can relook at is when you need to renew your mortgage, we can look at payment options, and renewal is a good time to maybe consider extending the amortization. People say, well, you should only have an amortization of 20 years or 15 years or 10 years to accelerate that payment and pay the loan back. Yes, but it depends on what point in life you're at, right? So every chunk of your life, you're spending money in your 20s and 30s differently than when you're in your 30s and 40s and so on. So amortization is a big thing there. So are your payments okay? We're going to review that as well. Do you need extra cash? Number 3. And not extra cash to buy a plasma screen TV and go on a vacation or whatever. Do you actually need equity out of the home to use for investments, maybe buying an investment property, maybe putting away for an RESP for the kids? If there's a greater return there than the cost that you're willing to take in the mortgage, there's some other different scenarios there, but do you need some extra cash? So a time of renewal is actually a perfect time to reevaluate if maybe you need to do a refinance, because if you're coming up for renewal now, chances are 5 years ago you were going into a loan that was in the high 4%, maybe mid 4s. Guess what? Right now they're close to 3%. Really close to 3%. That's a huge change, right? So you might be able to get more money out of the home for the exact same or maybe even less payment per month. So extra cash. Number 4 is the token cookie cutter question that everybody always asks. I should be standing on this side so you can see these options over here. Cookie cutter question, right? Should we be going with a variable or a fixed rate mortgage? What are the pros and cons? When you get that renewal letter in the mail from your current lender, it's just going to show the rate. It's not going to show things like prepayment options. Nobody's actually sitting down with you and talking about, hey, is the Bank of Canada going to be raising the prime rate anytime soon? How's inflation looking? What's the bond market saying? what are the economists saying? That doesn't necessarily get discussed at the time of renewal with your current institution. They just send you the letter. There's nothing on the letter that says, oh, hey, John and Jane Doe or Sally and Becky, whoop, I'm back. Sally and Becky, whatever, the economy says this. We're highly recommending a variable. No, they're not going to go over that. They're just going to list them. You've got to sign it and send it back. No real consultation there. So what is the best option for you, and how risk tolerant are you for either one of those products, especially the variable when we're talking about risk? So number 5 over here. Are you moving soon? That's a big one. So let's say you bought your home 5 years ago, you're coming up for renewal, and you've started a family. And maybe when you bought the home, it was a 1-bedroom, or it was a 1 plus a den, or whatnot. And you've got a couple kids now. I'm that way. I've got 2 young kids, and now the walls are closing in on us. So maybe we're thinking about moving now. If you're thinking about moving, but you're not ready to do it right now, this is something that needs to come up during renewal as well. Maybe you want a shorter term. Yes, there are shorter terms available with really competitive rates. Maybe that's the best option for you. Or maybe the option is a variable rate mortgage with a lesser penalty. There are different scenarios that need to be played out there. So again, exercising your right to shop for an opinion and options. So that's a good thing to be doing. So number 6, in your current home, are there going to be major renovations? Are you thinking about doing some major renovations in your home? There's an opportunity there to either A, refinance for the extra funds, or there's a program called Refinance Plus Improvements, which can wrap the renos into the loan. So you can use the cash that you have now to pay for the renos, but have them at the day of closing, or shortly after closing, have those renos reimbursed back into your mortgage. My God, that was lunch. Back into the loan, and you can use today's lowest rates in those products to help you with the cost of the renovations moving forward. So, major renovations, is that another option that we maybe need to be looking for? Number 7, are you thinking about maybe making extra payments? I know the biggest thing on the market right now is the rate wars that are going on, and the big institutions are advertising these rates all over the billboards and trains and buses and spaceships, and it's the big buzzword right now, right? $299 for a 5-year fixed. Those no-frills mortgages come with pretty limited prepayment options. So are you coming into a point in your career where you're going to be working a lot of overtime or getting bonuses? And is that something you want to spend extra on the loan? It's a good thing to think about. Extra payments going into those prepayment privileges, we can talk about that as well. Again, those aren't discussed on your renewal letter, right? So you might not know what your options are as far as prepayment options and extra payments, okay? And number 8, have you contacted me? So you can reach me, as always, at rob@robcampbell.com. One of the things that brokers do, we'll sit down with you, and you can just bring in that renewal notice, and we'll quickly have a discussion. Maybe it's 15 minutes of your time, a half an hour of your time. And if we don't think that we can help you, if I don't think I can help you, the Mortgage Wellness Group doesn't think we can help you, we'll just tell you. There's nothing wrong with us telling you, hey, you know what? You actually got the best option here. Why don't you just sign that back? But chances are we'll be able to help you with something better and at least save you a couple of bucks on renewal. So, and as you know, brokers work for free. We get paid by the lender. So why not have somebody working for you with your best interest in mind, and you don't have to pay us a dime? Sounds like a pretty good option to me. There's a couple of notes to take away for a renewal notice. If you know anybody who's coming up for renewal, have them share this with them. And even if they just get value out of this, some extra questions to ask that institution. If they don't ever want to contact me, of course, I'd love for you to contact me. But if you never want to contact me, that's okay, because maybe they'll save some money and have this discussion with somebody else. If you do, or your friends want to contact me, that's how you can get a hold of me. rob@therobcampbell.com. I hope you found value in this video, and I hope you share it, and I hope you stay awesome. Take care.